PSG versus Bayern Munich, probably the best game that I've seen in my life, or at least in a very long time. Now, it makes me wonder if these two teams are the best teams in the world right now, and they have the best players in the world. How much are these best players in the world getting paid? Are they getting underpaid? How about a player like Harry Kane? Is he getting paid his worth? Ousmane Dembele, right? The previous Ballon d'Or winner. How much is he getting paid? How about a player like João Neves? A Manuel Neuer, who's probably I'm pretty sure he's at his last year at Bayern Munich. How much is he getting paid? Like, how much do these two clubs pay every year to have the players that they need to perform like this? A 5-4 in the semifinals of the Champions League. That's what we're going to try to figure out in this video. Let's see who pays more. Let's see who pays less. Let's start this video. Let's start off with PSG and their inactive players. We have Renato Sanchez and Koulibaly. Renato Sanchez right now is on loan for Benfica, and Koulibaly is out for Tottenham Hotspurs. Now, to start off with PSG's lowest paid annually, remember this is annually, he's getting paid Renato Marin, an Italian goalkeeper only at the age of 19. He's getting paid $677,750. His contract started on July 17, 2025, and it expires June 30th, 2030. Nice numbers there. Ibrahim Mbaye, our next player, he is also a reserve, 18 years of age, right winger. He's getting paid a total annually $1,378,870. That's a big jump. That's over double of what the previous player had. He signed for PSG July 1st, 2025, and it ends June 30th, 2028. Our next player is also 18 years old, Quinton, a reserve player, left winger. His annual gross total is $2,115,046. His contract started in the same month, July 28, 2025, and ends June 30th, 2028. Now, for our first starter, Drew Fernandez. He is from Spain, an attacking midfielder. 18 years of age. He's getting paid $2,652,572. He signed for them this January 28, 2026, and ends June 30th, 2030. Up next, we have our first player that actually played in the PSG versus Bayern Munich game, and it's Seny Mayulo. He is from France. He has a status of reserve, but now he is a starter. He's 19 years of age. He's a center midfielder, and he's getting paid an annually gross of $3,190,097. He signed for them May 20th, 2024, and his expiration date is June 30th, 2027. That's actually pretty close. That's next year. Up next, we have Matev. He is from Russia. He is 26 years old. He is a goalkeeper, and he's getting paid $5,947,837. He signed for PSG July 1st, 2021, and his expiration date is June 30th, 2029. How was his performance today? He got scored on 4 times. He probably made a couple of saves, but nothing crazy against Bayern Munich. Next, we have a Brazilian player. He is 22 years old, a center back. He is getting paid a total of annually $6,800,000, 860. He signed for PSG January 1st, 2024. His expiration date is June 30th, 2028. What is it with PSG and their expiration date? June 30th. I think they're all June 30th, aren't they? Wow. Interesting. Up next, we have Kang In Lee from South Korea. He's 24 years old, an attacking midfielder. He's getting paid an annually income of $7,443,560. He signed for PSG July 8, 2023, and it ends June 30th, 2028. Up next, we have Eli Zabarny from Ukraine, 23 years old, a center back. He's getting paid a gross total annual of $9,558,606. His contract started August 12th, 2025, and ends June 30th, 2030. Up next, we have Gonzalo Ramos, the player that plays with Ronaldo at Portugal. He's 24 years old, a center forward. He has an annual gross total of $9,979,000 and 278. Up next, we have Fabian Ruiz from Spain, 29 years old, center midfielder. He's getting paid a total of 10 million. Now we've reached the 10 million spot. $10,621,972. He signed for them August 30th, 2022 and ends June 30th, 2027. And I forgot to mention for Gonzalo Ramos, he signed for them January 1st, 2024 and ends June 30th, 2028. Up next, we have the French player Lucas. He's 24 years old, a goalkeeper. He's also getting paid the same amount as Fabian Ruiz. His contract started August 9th, 2025 and ends 2030. Desiree Doué. Now, this player will probably end up being higher in this list in the years to come, but he is from France. He's only 20 years old, a right winger. He's getting paid 11,264,665. He was signed for PSG August 17, 2024, and it ends 2029. Bradley Barcola, another French player, 23 years old, left winger. He's getting paid a bit more than Desiree Doué at $11,685,000, 337. He signed for them August 31st, 2023, ends June 30th, 2028. Now for the smallest guy on the pitch that scored, from Portugal, 21 years old, center midfielder. He signed for PSG at a total annual gross of $12,748,703. He signed for them August 5th, 2024, and his contract ends June 30th, 2029. Our first Latin American player, Pacho, from Ecuador, 24 years old, a center back. He's getting paid a total annual of $13,274,543. He signed for them August 9th, 2024 and ends 2029. Now, another Portuguese player, probably the best player in his position in the world. He is 23 years old, a left back. He's getting paid an annual of $18,065,531. He signed for them February 7, 2025 and 2029. Now for the 19-year-old, the highest paid 19-year-old at PSG. He is from France, center midfielder. He's getting paid a total annual of $16,990,480. He signed for them April 27, 2024 and ends June 30th, 2029. The little maestro from Portugal, Vitinha, 25 years old, defensive midfielder. He's getting paid an annual of $19,128,897. He signed for them February 7th, 2025, ends 2029. Now for our first player that I think is getting overpaid, our French player, left back, age 29. He's getting paid a total annual of $22,307,309, and that is Lucas Hernandez. He signed for them all the way back in July 9th, 2023. His contract ends 2028. Now for the captain of PSG, from Brazil, age 31, center back, Marquinhos. He's getting paid an annual of $22,938,317. His contract started May 19 all the way back also in 2023, ends June 30th, 2028. Now we're in the top three for PSG. Achraf Hakimi from Morocco, age 27, the best right back in the world. He's getting paid an annual of $23,370,675. He signed for PSG February 7, 2025. His contract ends June 30th, 2029. Number 2 spot goes to Kvaratskhelia. Hope I said that right. He is from Georgia, age 24 only, left winger. He signed from Napoli, right, to PSG. He's getting paid an annual of $25 million, $485,721. His contract started January 17, 2025, earlier last year, and his contract ends June 30th, 2029. Don't be surprised if he signs for PSG for an extension of time. Now for the number one spot, Ousmane Dembele, their Ballon d'Or player from France, age 28, center forward. His annual income from PSG is 31,865,915. He signed for them all the way back in August 12th, 2023. His contract ends June 30th, 2028. He might get a year extension. Who knows? PSG's annual pay is 300,114,519. Wow. Now let's go off with Bayern Munich. We're going to talk about first their loan out players that are not at the club, such as Tarek Buchman, Zaragoza, João Palhinha, who is at Tottenham Hotspur, Arjan Ibrahimovic, Sacha Bowie, and Nobel. Now let's talk about some players that are loaned in. Well, actually, let's just start off with the lowest to the highest paid in Bayern Munich. We have a loan-in player from Senegal, 18 years of age, center midfielder. He's getting paid annually $335,369. He was brought in January 3rd, 2026, and it expires June 30th, 2026. Now, every contract here, expiration date is June 30th, so I'm just going to say the year. Keep in mind, June 30th, though. Up next, a German player, Wilson Mike, 17 years old, a left winger. He gets paid $410,155. August 8th, he was brought in, 2025, and he expires 2027. Next, we have a goalkeeper, Leon Klanak, 18 years of age. He gets paid a year, $547,211, brought in September 4th, 2024, expires 2027. Now for another goalkeeper, also German, 22 years of age, Erbig. He gets paid $1,928,081. He was brought in January 27, 2025, and expires 2029. Now for the second oldest at the club, he is 37 years old, a German goalkeeper. He gets paid every year $2,757,740. He was brought in July 29, 2025, or that's when his new contract started, and it expires June 30th, 2026. Up next, we have Leonard Carl at $2,921,334. He is a attacking midfielder, 18 years of age, and also German. Now for another German, 20 years of age, center midfielder, he gets paid $4,136,794, and his name is Bishkov. Now for our first Asian out of the two teams, Hikori Ito, he gets paid every year $5,503,794. He was brought in July 1st, 2024. He expires 2028. He is a center back, 26 years of age. Now for our first player that played in the Bayern Munich versus PSG Champions League game, Alexander Pavlovic. He's 21 years old, a defensive midfielder. His salary every year is $8,273,219. He was brought in June 16, 2024, and his contract expires 2029. A Croatian player now, age 25, right back. It is at $9,640,403. He was brought in June 27, 2024. His contract expires 2029, and his name is Jusuf Stanisic. Now, the first player that I think is overpaid, Nicholas Jackson, a Senegalese player, center forward. If you know him, you know him. He comes from Chelsea. He is at $11,030,958. He was brought in September 1st, 2025, and his contract will expire this year, 2026, and he will not be back. Our first and only Portuguese player, 32 years of age, a left back. He was brought in July 1st, 2023. His contract expires this year, probably won't be back. His annual salary is at $11,685,337, and his name is Rafael Guerrero. Now, our only Austrian player, 28 years of age, right back. He is at $13,146,004, brought in July 1st, same year as Rafael Guerrero. Also leaves, well, not also leaves, but he leaves 1 year after Guerrero, 2027, and his name is Conrad Leimer. Now for our first French starter, Diop Upamecano, crazy good defender, 27 years of age, center back. His annual salary is at $14,606,672, brought in February 13th, 2026 this year, and his contract ends in the year 2030. Up next, Sarge dude, I always chop up his name, but he is from German. He is 30 years old, a forward. He is at $17,528,006, brought in February 5th, or that's when his new contract was, and it ends 2028. Now for the 29-year-old South Korean center back, Min Jae Kim at $17,528,006. Just like Gnabry, he was brought in July 18, way back in 2023, and his contract expires in 2028. Now for the beast of a German center back, 29 years old, Jonathan Tah. He is on the same salary as Jae Kim. He was brought in June 9, 2025. His contract expires 2029. Now for our first underpaid player that I believe is super underpaid as of right now. He's 24 years old, French player, starter, right winger, Mikel Olise. His annual salary is at $19,736,535. His contract, or this contract, started July 7th, 2024. I'm pretty sure he came in from Crystal Palace, and his contract ends 2029. They will definitely renew that when he turns 28. Now for the center midfielder, 30-year-old German player Leon Goretzka, brought in September 16, 2021, all the way back then. His contract does end this year, and his annual salary is at $19,865,073. Now for the ex-Liverpool star, 29-year-old Colombian left winger Luis Diaz at $20,449,340, brought in from Liverpool from July 30th, 2025. His contract will end 2029. Now for the best Canadian player, 25-year-old left back Alphonso Davies. He was brought in way back, but this contract does start February 4, 2024, ends 2030. And he is on a $23,370,675 a year. Now for the player that Pep Guardiola turned into a beast, Joshua Kimmich, 30-year-old defensive midfielder. He is on $29,213,343. His contract for this one was on March 13, 2025, and ends 2029. Now for our oldest player, 39-year-old goalkeeper legend, Germany. I think the best goalkeeper ever, at least top three. He's in the talks with like Buffon and Casillas. He is on $30,674,010. This contract was started from 2025, ends this year. Now for the number one striker in the world, English starter, 32-year-old center forward. He is on $36,516,679,000. His name is Harry Kane, and he was brought in from Tottenham Hotspurs all the way back in 2023. His contract ends in 2027. I'm happy to see him win trophies, but I'm sad he's not at Tottenham because we at Tottenham are in disarray. Now for the highest paid player, I think it could be justified if he reaches his peak once again, but he hasn't reached it yet because of the injury. But if he reaches his peak once again, he is a 22-year-old German player, was at England too. He's an attacking midfielder, and he is the highest paid Bayern Munich. I'm sorry, I forgot to say top three, top two, but he is the highest paid Bayern Munich player. He is on $37,474,877. This contract started in 2025 and ends in 2030. Who is this guy's agent? Wow. Who is this guy's agent? Who is Jamal Musiala's agent? They did an amazing contract for him at Bayern Munich. He is happy. Hopefully he starts performing like the way he's getting paid, because I didn't see that performing against PSG, but I've seen his performance before and the way he dribbles. Hopefully he can reach that peak again. And Bayern Munich annual pay is $371,661,500. That is insane. That is a little bit, no, honestly, not a little bit more than PSG. Look at this total wage, 371 million compared to PSG's. PSG is on 300 million. 300 million. Their average salary per player for PSG is 8,321,000, and for Bayern Munich is 9,383,000. Okay, so on paper, Bayern Munich pays more, so they should, because of their salaries, should beat PSG on the second leg and advance to the finals and should win their Champions League game. Hopefully they win that trophy. I'm rooting personally for Bayern Munich for my boy Harry Kane, but I don't mind seeing good football from both teams. If PSG deserve it, they deserve it. Good luck to both of these teams. And now you know how much these players are getting worth, how much PSG and Bayern Munich are paying their players. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think some of these players are getting underpaid or overpaid? I already gave you my opinion. Hopefully I hear from you guys. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll check you guys in the next video.